The focus of my research is twofold. It's to see if can academic self-efficacy actually prepare students for college, and to also see if it can prepare students for college, does it have a greater bearing on privileged students or underprivileged students? And by underprivileged students, I mean students who are either first-year students, first-generation students. They come from poor economic, social backgrounds. They come from poor resource schools, etc. My hypothesis is fourfold. Is that strong academic self-efficacy improves the grades of students. Underprivileged students will have a stronger academic self-efficacy. Academic self-efficacy will also be more important for underprivileged students, and that even with strong academic self-efficacy, that underprivileged students will still have lower first semester GPAs than their privileged peers. Methods are that I surveyed students here at the University of Michigan, particularly freshmen. These students filled out an online questionnaire, including an academic self-efficacy measure and information about high school career, social background, and first semester of college outcomes. Students were all 79 students were manually sorted into the privileged or underprivileged groups by me. All 79 students were. Even though I had about 103 students to begin with, many students left questions, unanswered questions that was really, really pertinent to the survey. So I had to sort of delete those responses, and I was left with only 79 students. Here is the chart that I use to sort students in either the privileged or underprivileged group. If your parents had an education of associates or lower, that counted sort of as a mark to put you in the underprivileged group. Or if you grew up in a racially homogeneous neighborhood, then that was another mark to put you in the underprivileged group, for example. And I think I took about one of these for academic variables, and I have at least two of these for social variables. Things that I used was a chart to see if I could find a correlation between those students who had high academic self-efficacy and who had high GPAs. What you would expect is that the most students with the most efficacy, with the strongest efficacy, they will also have the strongest GPAs. So I color-coded the top 25% and the top 50%. And so again, what you expect to find is that the students who are the most competent in their studies should also have the strongest GPAs. However, even though those charts do not show 100% correlation, it's not really conclusive. Because really correlation does not prove causation anyways. It's a step, and the charts does have a little correlation, not enough to sit there and say 100% correlated. But so I continue to say, I want to look at causation now. So I made four groups of students. Privileged students with high efficacy, privileged students with low efficacy, underprivileged students with high efficacy, and underprivileged students with low efficacy. This is important because if efficacy is really able to improve the GPAs of students, especially underprivileged students, this means that if we can improve the efficacy of these students, then their GPAs will also improve, and they'll be more likely to graduate